Ashley! Clear! And welcome back to the Beautiful Twin Sisters podcast.
All my beautiful twin sisters.
Beautiful twin sisters. Beautiful twin sisters.
Oh my God. Thank you for saving my life.
You're welcome, bro. Anything from my beautiful twin sister.
Thank you, girl.
Guys, you heard it here first. Ashley is back. She's
I
alive.
have been resuscitated.
Yeah, she was dearly missed last week.
Yes, I was not, in fact, on the...
Bro, are you even okay?
I was not on the last podcast because I did, in fact, lose my voice. Amber told you guys all about it.
And thank you guys for all the love on the solo pod. Bro, it looks like you're not back. You're still dying.
But my voice is back for the most part, except
That's
for when I
good.
have intermittent coughing attacks. Thank you.
What the hell is up with that? Well,
don't
Ashley abandoned me last week. We had a solo pod and we had so much fun without her, but it's okay. We'll make her feel...
Abandoned is a strong word.
I mean, what other word is there for it? I was abandoned.
Left on purpose. Left for dead.
Left for dead. Yeah. Yeah, and that's how I
What's
felt.
like a more harsh word than abandoned?
Really abandoned.
Really abandoned? Okay, I'm like trying to say something funny. I'm like, actually, I can't come up with it.
Also, I don't know what's up with you, but Ashley got tested for all the illnesses and she doesn't have any of them. She's
Yeah.
just weirdo.
I went to the doctor because I was like, okay, my voice is actually at a point where I can no longer speak, basically. And I just wanted to make sure, like, that I wasn't sick or anything. So I had them test me for COVID. I had them test me for strep, for all the things. And they were like, you're negative for everything. You just need to stop talking. Like, that's actually what they were like. They were like, your diagnosis is that you're a yapper and you need to chill out a little bit.
So
and yeah.
The break from the podcast helped, I guess.
The break from the podcast did help. However, there were other crazy things that I did within the last week that really did not help out my voice or whatever is going on within me very much. But I talked to the doctor and they were literally like, you're not contagious. Just stop fucking talking. That's like literally what they said to me.
Well, I haven't been caught up on any of your journeys yet.
I
Ashley
know.
went backpacking in California with Kelly and his family.
Yeah, and before that, I went to Costa Rica.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Wait, actually, what is going on?
Yeah, and as soon as I came home from Costa Rica, that's when I lost my voice. And so all the doctors were like, oh, so you were like partying in Costa Rica?
Okay.
And you're like yelling and like surfing and having fun. And I was like, no, like, I actually like, I don't really scream like that. And like, I didn't go and party and I was just totally normal. So I was like, no, like, it really wasn't that. It was totally normal. And they were like, yeah, okay. And I was like, they're like, you definitely were partying.
I want to hear all about your freaking travels. I haven't heard anything yet because I haven't seen you in a freaking minute, bro. I miss you.
I miss you too, girl.
I want my duo.
I know.
That's a
I
Slushy
want our
News
life
quote.
back.
I miss us.
Yeah, same girl. But yeah, I've had a lot of crazy travels and they've been pretty fun and crazy as well.
Wow. Girl, tell me all about it. I'm so ready to hear
Okay,
this.
well, so first of all, let's start with Costa Rica. Well, let me preface this. So prior to Costa Rica, I had been upstate for a very long time because our poor, beautiful bubby passed away. It's still fucked up to this day. I can't believe it. Anyways, so I was upstate for like literally 2 weeks. So I spent a week with my parents, and then the second week Kelly came out and then we did like some hometown stuff and he came to comfort us, which was very nice. And on our train ride home from upstate, we get a call from Luke and he's like, tomorrow we're going to Costa Rica, do you want to come?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, wow, I have like, at this point, I feel like I have not been in New York City in so long because we've been like traveling a lot. Even all through like July, we were in San Diego, we're in Nantucket. I feel like I have not been home in this apartment that I'm paying rent for. Oh my God. And
for more than like a couple days at a time.
I just like, I need to rest.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, wow,
It's Costa Rica.
like do what excites.
Bro, period.
Yeah. And so actually Kelly really, I feel like did not want to go, even though he is Mr. Do What Excites.
Oh.
But I was kind of more on the vibe of, wait, we should go.
Yeah.
And literally the next morning we had to wake up at 7 a.m. So it was so crazy because we got home really late that night. Like the train got in at 10 or 11. We immediately packed our bags and went to bed at like 3 a.m. or something, and then woke up at 7 a.m. and flew to Costa Rica of all places. And also Costa Rica was like kind of random.
Yeah, what the heck?
Kind of random, but
It's just Luke's choice.
just Luke's like random choice. And then some of our friends happened to also be in Costa Rica when we were there, and it was just like so. I was like, wait, what are these like invisible lines, or what is that called? Invisible
String theory,
yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Which is really funny.
Wait, who do you see?
You'll never guess.
Wait. Someone from New York or who?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually didn't see them personally, but Luke and Kyla did. Because, okay, now I'm like getting way too into like the nitty gritty. But Kelly and I stayed in a part of Costa Rica called Tamarindo. And then Luke and Kyla spent a few extra days in an area called Santa Teresa,
Okay.
which is like really vibey and like Pinteresty. So they literally are on an ATV and bump into Isa in Costa Rica.
Wait,
Like,
what
that's
the hell?
so crazy.
What is she doing there? Was
Well,
she just on
I don't
vacation
know.
too? Or
Yeah, just like a
okay.
little trip. But it was just so funny. And I'm like,
Okay.
wait. And then for some reason, like,
She was also
we're
there?
there with like our other friends. Like, I'm like, whoa, that's so funny. So,
Wow, okay.
anyways, invisible string theory there. Like, okay,
Period.
However, that is not even the craziest part.
Okay.
The craziest part, or whatever that even happened in Costa Rica, you are never going to believe. And it involves surfing. So, surfing is a big thing in Costa Rica.
Can I guess what happens?
Yes.
There was a shark.
Okay, close.
Really? There's a dolphin.
No, worse.
Worse than a A
Worse.
shark was not worse than a dolphin?
No, actually,
A turtle. A
Worse.
jellyfish.
worse,
An urchin.
worse,
Platypus.
worse,
Sea otter.
worse,
A monkey.
worse. We did actually see monkeys though.
Oh. Luke and Kelly.
No, you would never guess because it's not even an ocean animal.
It's a dinosaur.
Okay, close.
Rhinoceros.
Yes.
No.
I'm joking.
I guessed it. Wait.
Okay.
Is it like a rhinoceros? I feel like that's.
I'm gonna say yes for the lulz. Okay, but
it
I'm getting
hippo?
to that. No. Okay.
Okay, just tell me that I'm dying to know.
It was elephant.
No.
I'm joking. It
Okay.
wasn't. Okay. Okay. Actually, stop talking.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, tell the story then. Whatever.
Okay, and so basically, Luke and Kyla are really into surfing. So they bring us to this beach that's like desolate AF and filled with tons of rocks. And I'm like, okay, literally, why did you bring us here? And it's also kind of a gorgeous beach. So there's a really rocky section. And then eventually we asked some guys that walk by, like, do you know if there's any surfing around here? And then like they point down further. And if actually, if you keep walking further, it all like opened up and it was like beautiful and gorgeous. And there was like no one there, which is kind of, like we were in Tamarindo. It's a very popular area of Costa Rica. So it was really nice to find a part of the beach that was just like secluded and open. And like
for a
it was kind
reason.
of random too. And yeah, but there was, however, right next to it, there are these guys that are renting out surfboards. So it was like perfect. We're like, oh, they got surfboards. We're going to go surf, whatever. So we rent the surfboards from them, go surfing per usual.
Yeah.
Like nothing crazy happens when we're surfing actually. And not me telling, like having the worst storytelling.
No.
about-
This is. I'm actually really
Actually, I'm
interested.
going to stop telling the story.
No, I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear if there was
Okay.
a rhino there.
And then, okay, well, yeah. So we do all the surfing, whatever. After we're done surfing, me and Kelly are like bopping along and we're just vlogging as normal. And there's an area where fresh water kind of goes into the ocean, which first of all, that kind of susses me out because actually, did you know where fresh water hits ocean water is where you're more susceptible to getting flesh-eating bacteria, which is one of my biggest fears.
What the hell?
Anyways,
Why do you know that?
But other than that, because I looked it up before, trust me. But that was not anything to do with that either. Just so many scary things in this world.
Okay.
And so there's like this freshwater area. We're walking around. I'm like, this is kind of random. And then there's a big sign, and Kelly goes like, "Oh my God, Ashley, look!" And the sign says, "Warning: alligators." Like, what the heck?
in the ocean or
In the freshwater area, and we also didn't see any alligators.
Okay, so this was all just like a hypothetical crazy situation.
However,
Okay.
after backpacking, we're having dinner with his whole family, and we're talking to his aunt and uncle.
In California
This
now?
is weeks later.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks later or whatever. And they're like, wait, we just went to Costa Rica, and we heard about that area that has the alligators. And they were like, you know that they go in the ocean sometimes right there, right? And I
Shut
was like,
up.
no fucking way.
Like it could have. You were like
they
surfing
literally
with them.
like were surfing in potential alligator territory, which is why no one was there.
Oh my God.
There was a local guy though there surfing, but he probably didn't give a fuck. Like I don't know. But apparently sometimes the alligators have been known in that area to go into the ocean water for a little swim.
Bro, that is so much scarier than like seeing a shark in
Isn't
the water.
that, like that would like
in the fucking ocean, you could see an
if
alligator.
I saw, like, oh my God, because I feel like an alligator, maybe a shark, turns around. I feel like if an alligator sees your ass, they are gnawing. They're like grabbing you and like throwing you around. Yeah, like thrashing you. Like I am like like those are such predators. Oh my God, alligators in the ocean. What the fuck?
That's so gross. That's so freaky.
Yeah, and so luckily we didn't see any alligators or get bitten by them or anything. But just it freaked me out that in like hindsight, potentially there could have been alligators in the water. That makes me want to throw up and
Ew.
Throw up everywhere.
I'm glad you survived.
Yeah.
Was there anything else in Costa Rica that was matching that level of freak?
No, just the alligators.
That's so gross, though. I actually hate the idea of that.
Yeah. So that was kind of the craziest thing. And I'm like, actually, sometimes when I'm in the ocean, I'm like, why am I in this right now? And there are so many, like, why? Like, why am I even giving them the chance? I just feel like Kelly and his friends and his family are just loving to live on the edge. Like, we went to Bora Bora a while ago, and we're just swimming with so many sharks. Like, there are just so many sharks. And I'm like, okay.
And y'all are just okay with that?
Yeah, like, you guys are just like, I'm like, all right.
Okay.
And, yeah, so Kelly's family's just always on another vibe. But, yeah, that was what happened to us, which was crazy.
Dang. And then you went backpacking with Kelly's family, which is, if you didn't know, I didn't really know what backpacking meant. And when you left, I was like, okay, cool, have fun. I didn't realize you were like fully off the grid.
Yes.
Only living off of what you could carry on your back.
Yeah.
In the fucking wilderness.
Yep.
So
that's
what
backpacking
What
is.
went down there?
Yeah, so we went to Mammoth Lakes, which is, they say kind of near LA. I don't really think it's near LA. I think it's like near like Nevada, kind of.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like 5 or 6 hours from LA.
That's like 3 hours.
3
that's
hours
like
from
2 hours
LA.
at most, actually.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not from there.
Okay.
But it's like kind of near Lake Tahoe.
1
like
hour.
kind of.
Okay.
Like not really, but it's like kind of that vibe. But yeah, we went backpacking, and this was my first time backpacking. I have in fact been camping before at Girl Scouts and also one time in the backyard with Andrew.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and I actually feel like when I went camping in the backyard with Andrew, that was the most real camping I've ever done. So because at Girl Scouts, like they already had pre-made tents or something, but with Andrew, it was in a real tent.
Wow.
Actually, no, I have been actually camping a couple other times. I forgot, but
this was the realest one.
But this was the realest one because we were actually around potentially bears.
Oh.
In wilderness and no GPS or location or anything.
What would you choose, a bear or an alligator?
Bear.
Same.
Because actually there's some videos of the bears where they
so
are hanging out with
friendly.
humans and they're just like sitting at the picnic table.
Yes. Except for the one bear, did you hear about that?
No.
I think it was in California in some like national park.
Recently?
There's like a famous bear that just like does its thing in the national park.
Amber.
But these people like
Yes,
were just
that was in Mammoth Lakes.
And you were like there?
That was a week before we got there. And I actually didn't know until after.
Wow.
But apparently
that's so
there was a
sad.
famous bear, and like people kept trying to get closer and closer to it to like take pictures or
Yeah,
something.
this
and
one
then
group.
it slashed one of them.
But like if you want
And then
there's
they
a video of
like
it.
euthanized the bear or something.
Yeah, because it like made them move at the humans.
Yeah.
But it was like this girl like was refusing to move because she was like videoing it or something. And the bear just kind of like tapped the back of her leg to be like, move, like you should get like go away.
Wow,
And it
the
looked actually
audacity
so
of
chill.
humans is crazy.
And now the bear had to get euthanized because of that. That's so annoying.
That is
wow.
so annoying. But I think it actually did kind of cut another guy pretty bad, I heard. But I also
still,
may be capping.
It's
I
a
don't know
bear.
what happened.
It's outdoors. It's doing its
like
thing.
it's literally just in its
Does
habitat.
not need to be euthanized for that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I guess that happened like a week before we got there. So actually by the time we're there, I feel like he was the only main bear really. So then obviously we didn't see any bears, which I actually would prefer to not see any bears.
Dang.
But yeah, so that was kind of wild.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. I think his name was Victor. Rest in peace, Victor.
If that's cap, we're sorry.
Yeah. If I give you the wrong name, I apologize.
Very sorry.
But yeah, so we literally brought all the tent, sleeping bag, food, everything, toilet paper, like you name it, and we're peeing and pooping outside.
Is there any form of toilet or just pooping on a tree?
Just pooping on the tree. So you actually bring a little mini shovel and you like shovel it and then you cover up your poop after.
I would never expect you to do that.
Really?
Bro, the things you do for Kelly is crazy.
I think one time I did go poop on a hike actually and you were there.
I was not there.
Yes, you were, but I didn't tell anyone.
You're lying.
No, because one time I had to go pee on a hike and then I was like, I really gotta poop. And then I just also pooped.
I've
Because
never
sometimes
been
we go on long hikes in New York. Like sometimes we've been on a hike that's like, I swear, like 5 hours up, 5 hours down.
I was not there.
Yes, you were there.
I've never been on a hike that was long enough for you to poop on it.
You were literally there.
I've been on like a 20-minute hike. If you pooped
Weren't
on
you
that hike,
there?
that would be really
Weren't
concerning.
you there when we went on a hike with Matt Von Holten?
You did not poop on that hike.
I think I did.
That was a short hike, bro.
It wasn't a short
That was
hike,
like an
Amber.
hour.
That was like such a long hike. It took all day, and I slept for literally 19 hours after that hike because of how hard and how long the hike was.
I think it was maybe so hard that I just wiped it from my memory because I actually do remember struggling a lot during that. I didn't know you would poop during that. Oh my god, I just choked.
I would absolutely do that. So it actually wasn't my first time pooping outside
I think we should make this a solo podcast again.
with just me.
No, I think you should get off of this.
Okay.
You should not.
Okay, take over.
Okay, so what happened during my backpacking trip to Mammoth was I went with Kelly's family and I didn't poop because I'm a girl. That's how you should have told the story.
Bro, Kelly
That's
didn't
how-
poop until the last day.
As he should.
No, that's messed up.
That's very demure of him. Very demure and very
That's
mindful.
very demure of him. You're right.
You should learn from him.
But then when he did, and then it was so big, he had to show everyone.
keep that to yourself next time. Do you have
Okay.
any other details from this trip besides the pooping?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was just crazy. Like
I'm
it
just
was. We
kidding.
had to go up so high in elevation. Like I was so tired. And obviously, I want to be a good girlfriend, so I'm like, like not complaining, but I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, it was
Yeah.
just so much uphill walking with heavy book bags, and I probably had the lightest book bag out of everyone, but it was just still really heavy, even though it was lighter than everyone else's. Yeah.
Thank God that's your boyfriend's family and not mine.
Yeah, I know. But it was actually really fun, and I'm like really glad we did it because it was like a great life experience, and it was so like it was so beautiful.
Yeah,
It
you
was
did show me some
crazy.
photos. Wait, let's insert like a little slideshow of the photos here.
Yeah. No,
How
like
would you describe these photos?
just gorgeous and rocks.
Crystal clear water, beautiful skylines.
Crystal clear water. Like the water was crazy.
Bears and
Yeah.
alligators.
And it would be like a pond that's like surrounded by a huge wall of like rock mountains. And it like we actually stayed at some places where I was like, this is what I would imagine heaven to look like, where it looked fake, like a
What?
fantasy fake nature landscape. Or it was actually was
Wow.
like comedy to me because there were like birds flying around. And it's like imagine a bird flying around like regular earth that like we know is like suburban earth or whatever, and then it like flies up really high and just comes to this land and it's like and it seems like a fake like fantasy fake area. Like do you know what I mean?
my
Like
God.
a secret hidden fake wonderland.
So you
That
think it
is
was
what I
worth
felt.
like the struggle to get there?
I think so. It was really nice. And obviously like everything was pretty well planned. They brought a bunch of dehydrated food and stuff for us to eat. So we got to eat that, which was crazy and also not that tasty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they dehydrate it themselves or they bought it like that?
They bought it.
Bro, I love the TikTokers that like dehydrate their food and go on hikes.
Whoa, I have actually not seen that.
There's like a couple that does it somewhere
Whoa.
I think in Oregon.
Of
And-
course.
Of course, bro.
In the
I'm-
PNW.
PNW.
I was just there.
Where? No,
Is
you weren't. I was
Mammoth
just
considered
there.
the PNW?
You said it was near LA. That is not the PNW.
But it's also kind of near the Bay Area.
the Pacific Northwest. Okay, you need to stick to one storyline. This is
Does
all
the Bay
sounds like
Area
lies.
count as the Pacific Northwest?
I don't think so. I think the Pacific Northwest is just Oregon and and
I was
Washington.
in the Pacific Northwest, trust me.
cap all day long cap.
Okay, whatever.
Did you have a favorite and least favorite dehydrated food?
Yes.
What?
The morning breakfast, they had like breakfast ones, like they had like apple crisp or like the boys
oatmeal?
loved the scrambled eggs. Yeah, they had like oatmeal and stuff. And those were all really good. Like all the breakfast options were good. Any of the lunch and dinner, not so good. Not so good. And also, Kelly's family, I'm going to totally blame this on Kelly's family. They like literally did not read the directions on how much water to add into them. So some of them are only add 3/4 a cup of water. They literally just poured up like until the bag was full. So then for all of them, except for the last day, we had soup and it was just soup. And also you don't bring your own water. You use the lake water. You just boil the lake water, or you
wow.
put lake water in your water bottle and add a tablet, and then it takes like 30 minutes to degerm
it?
the water.
That is so fucked up.
But I was so happy when we got back to
The real world.
the real world to have real water. And like when I saw the car, like I was so excited to get back to the car and sit in the car. And I like just to, oh my God, to be done hiking. Wow.
I could not survive.
I like my legs got so tired. And even on the hike downwards, like it
That's so
hurts your
hard.
knees
Yeah.
so bad. And we
Ew.
did it for like 6 miles. Like literally my knees were giving up at the end. And the only thing that got me through was Kelly's brother, Cody, which is Kelly's oldest brother, asked me so many questions. Where I was like, I'm literally getting interviewed right now, but it was so helpful because it literally distracted me from giving up pretty much. Where he would just be like, so what sport how did this sport do in high school? Like asked me so many questions that I just was like, dun, 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 dun.
Was he-
But I was literally getting interviewed.
Was he asking you those questions to help you, or was it also to distract him, you think?
Probably both. I have no idea.
That's so
And then
crazy.
Kelly like literally didn't say a whole word because he was struggling so bad.
Wow, I was gonna say, is everyone else just like silent and you two are just like talking?
I think other people were talking, or like the rest of his family was all talking, all except for Kelly. And like I kept trying to ask Kelly a lot of questions because I want to include him and make sure he was like okay, obviously.
Yeah.
But he just was like,
Not into it.
he was like so like just like blacked out and just was like he just trudged along for like the last like 2 miles of the hike. It was a really painful hike towards the end. Oh my God.
Wait, how many days were you out there?
It was 3 days and 2 nights. So actually it wasn't that long, but it's long enough.
So there's just like one full day.
Yeah,
in the
but we
middle.
hiked every day because we changed locations each night.
Now, what's the point
So
of
we
that?
kept on hiking. That's
What
what
was
I'm
the
wondering
point?
too.
Mr. and Mrs. Wakasa, what was the point of that?
No. But it was really like the different areas were really cool, but the water was so freezing. Even though it was beautiful and we wanted to jump in it, it was like doing an ice bath. But it was crazy
Wow.
because it was like a pond and it was purely clear. Like you could see everything like it was in the Bahamas. Like it was crazy. And I could see that there were no big fish or scary monsters, which I enjoyed.
Oh, were there any creatures in the water?
There
at
were
all?
some little fish, yeah,
Oh.
but very rarely.
Sometimes I'm more afraid. Actually, no, that's cap. I was gonna say I'm more afraid of the little fish because I think they're gonna like swim into my clothes.
Yeah.
But actually, a big fish would make me feel way worse.
It was just like a normal, like kind of like hot dog sized fish.
Oh, hot dog sized fish,
Like imagine a fish just in a
What?
hot dog bun.
bro.
It was like
That's
kind of
crazy.
that size. And no really
What
teeny
the-
fish, which actually
okay,
was fire.
I was thinking you were saying there were teeny fish.
No. The
Those
only hot
scared
dog
me.
sized fish.
Just the hot dog sized fish. Thank God. That's my favorite size of fish.
Yeah.
The ideal size.
Yeah, the ideal size, like not that scary. Like it was fine.
That's like when Honey Boo Boo, somebody asked her like, "What size ring does your mama wear?" And she goes, "Sausage size."
I remember that. That's so funny.
Why is that like a quote in our family? It's just sausage size. The fuck?
Yeah.
Hot dog size fish.
Yeah.
Sausage size finger. The
But-
parallels.
It was really cool though. And I feel like Mammoth is a place in Kelly's family that's like very dear to their hearts because their family has had a cabin there for like years and years and years. So
They have
Kelly
a
goes there every
cabin?
yeah, their grandma
the-
has a cabin there.
Oh. But then
Yeah.
you hiked like all around.
But then we
it.
hiked all around it, even though we did have access to that cabin.
Bro, I would have stayed in that cabin all day.
No,
What
no.
is the?
But they always stay in that cabin, so like obviously they want to do something fun. And it was his middle brother, like older middle brother, Casey's birthday. So this was Casey's birthday trip. So fun.
What the heck, was it his idea or no?
I think so.
Wow, that's really.
So Casey,
bold.
this is all your fault.
What the hell?
Shout out Casey. Everyone go check out his art at Wakasi.
We'll
I
put
think it's just
that.
at Wakasi, Wakasi, Wakasi.
And if it's not that, we'll have the correct
Yeah,
at
yeah,
up
yeah.
here.
It could be at Wakasi art. I forget. But he did like all my beautiful artwork in my room. I have that one koi pond that he made.
We'll insert the photos of Ashley's artwork here.
Mhm. And he made all of that for me, and he's very talented. And so if you would like any artwork, go check him out. He always loves to do like custom artwork and stuff. So
Period. I've even seen that other people have gotten his koi fish after he made it for you.
Wait,
like,
really?
He's made it for
Yeah.
other people since.
or he'll do like smaller ones.
Yeah.
Or like yeah.
like the little
He does
circles.
lots of customs. Yeah.
So if you want the same koi fish as Ashley, you can go get it.
Go hit him
literally.
up. But he can make anything. Trust me.
Trust.
Yeah, but he's very artistic. So the whole trip he would like paint the
views,
the
the
views.
landscapes?
Yeah, so it was fun.
Cringe.
What the fuck? How are you gonna say
I
cringe?
don't know why. I just
Bro,
had like an impulsive
That's
thought.
like that's like, and then like he was reading a book and enjoying his life. Cringe.
But that's cringe.
That was I did it with
I'm
him
just kidding.
too.
I'm joking. I'm joking. When he enjoys his life on his birthday, cringe.
You
I'm just kidding.
actually have brain rot.
No, I have Barbie rot. And I say that because we got pink Stanleys again.
That's funny, but
I don't know why I said any of those things I just said.
it's fine. But yeah, it was fun. And I really love Kelly's family, and they're always so nice and so welcoming to us, or to me, or to actually everyone in the world.
even
They're
to
so,
me.
and even to Amber. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, they love meeting Amber. I remember when they met you, they're like, oh my God, yes.
And I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I say what the in a good way.
Yeah,
Because I'm
like-
like, oh, they actually are like so involved in like everyone's lives. And
Yeah,
like,
no, they're so nice.
Very friendly.
Yeah, so friendly. And I mean, obviously bring me on all these trips that they could also just do with just their family if they
Yeah.
wanted, you know, but they always invite me, and it's so nice of them because I feel like I have actually seen the world because of Kelly's family. Because growing up,
Right.
like our
We
family did
didn't-
not travel, and I really didn't travel out of the country until I met Kelly.
Yeah. They brought you a lot of places.
Yeah, and literally everywhere that I have gone outside of the country has been with Kelly within the last 3 years, except with the exception of I did one time go to Paris and France when I was 15. I mean, not Paris and France, Paris and London when I was 15 as part of a Girl Scout trip that I saved up for since I was in first grade. Thank you very much.
That's nuts. You had a really dedicated Girl Scout group that like planned that a decade ahead.
Yeah, our trip leader was Boss, actually, and
like,
she really was well planned out. So,
Who
yeah.
does that? No one else in Girl Scouts does that. But you guys were like, since you were kids, being like, we're gonna go to London one day. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, and we actually did. So
So that was the
That's
one
pretty
time
fire.
you've traveled, and then everything else has been with Kelly. So that is nuts. I feel like I'm so not well traveled. The only time I've traveled now is with you and Andrew and
To
Tono
Japan.
to Japan. And that was my one time being outside the country ever in my life.
yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. And you would have never brought me there if it hadn't been for like Kelly's family teaching you how to travel. I feel
actually, like they showed me the way. Do you know the way?
The way.
But now I know the way. They're so crazy, and they love to go on to crazy places because I feel like they are so well traveled that now they're like, okay, well, we got to start hitting the more crazy places. Like it's not
Yeah.
like the basic like. Well, now it sounds like I'm shading other people's countries. It's not like the really like basic countries. But I don't know. I
It's
feel
not like Paris
yeah,
or
it's
London,
Not Paris, London, like those. They're more typical to travel to. Obviously, if you're from America, just like any English speaking or kind of European country is more typical. They're like, nah, like we're gonna hit up Jordan, we're gonna hit up Egypt,
Yeah.
Dubai, or New Zealand, or these like random, kind
Scary.
of like more random places per se. It's been so cool, and I feel like I have been lucky enough to now feel very well traveled because of them, and also have the confidence to travel on my own now and bring my siblings along with me, which is so fun.
Yay! It's also
Yay.
crazy that when you brought us to Japan, you were on like such mom mode that you handled everything for us. And
Yes.
I feel like I actually didn't like learn anything about like how the Japan like subway system works and like how
Oh,
the trains work.
really?
And I'm like, oh, I really want to go back one day. And maybe since I've been there, it'll be easier. And it's like, actually, no, it'll be just as hard because I didn't pay attention at all to like how any of it worked.
Oh,
But I think I could maybe catch on a bit
it's really
quicker.
not that difficult. And if you needed help, I could just tell you.
That's true. I think the Japan traveling systems were surprisingly really easy, I'm pretty sure, compared to like other countries. So if you're looking for a country to go to, Japan was fire.
Yeah, Japan was an amazing country.
Bro, isn't it crazy? That's the one country I've been to besides the US. And you'd think that would like open me up to wanting to go to other countries and be like, oh, now I can like more confidently go to like Europe
Yes.
or wherever. But instead, I actually just want to go back to Japan ASAP. Like, I just want to go back there. That was the
For a
most
second,
fun.
I was like, what are you getting to?
No, I just want to go back to Japan.
That's funny.
And obviously Korea.
Yeah,
That's
I think
number
we'll
2 on my
probably
list.
Go to
Actually, number
Korea next year. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, we got to figure that
Yeah,
out.
but we got to get Amber to France. So
True,
You
but
poop
I
pas
actually
français.
now I don't want to go to France
Parlez français.
because yeah, we do speak French pretty well because we learned it in high school. Except I had a really horrible experience with a French person on the streets of New York the other day, and now I'm just
Wait.
so angry.
What?
I didn't tell you about this. But I feel sick to my stomach when I think of it.
Wait, why didn't you tell me?
I don't know why, but this happened like maybe last night, actually 2 nights ago.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I am meeting my friend for dinner, so I take a Uber because I'm like I'm a baby. It's nighttime. I'm taking an Uber.
Okay.
The
So you
Uber's
actually
so
did the
nice.
safer route.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The Uber is so nice. It's this like really friendly guy.
Okay.
And as I get out of the Uber, he's just like so nice. And he's like, I'm just prefacing this with the Uber to say how quickly life can change. I had a really good Uber and then I had a very bad experience right after.
Okay.
So this Uber, as I'm getting out, he's like, you have a beautiful night and you have a gorgeous smile. Just gorgeous. And I was like, oh,
Okay.
thanks. Like, that's so nice. Thank you.
Mhm.
And I get out of the car and I'm like, oh, that was maybe a little weird, but actually like pretty nice, I think. I think he like genuinely just meant that in a nice complimenty way.
Yeah.
And I step out of the Uber. I take literally 3 steps and this blonde Parisian bitch. I want to say she literally was a bitch.
No.
She comes towards me and is walking straight at me, like on the sidewalk. And so I move to the right to like get out of her way, and she moves the same way. I move to the left to go, like, and she also moves the same way again.
Yeah.
And instead of just like moving one more time and like getting over it,
Like you kind of like an
she-
awkward like shuffle.
Yeah, we do like an awkward shuffle for like 1 second, and then she takes a step forward and gets in my face, literally this close, and looks me in the eye and goes, "Where are you going?" Wait, what did? Let me explain.
Did she say a mean word to you?
No.
Okay.
But instead of moving, she comes up to my face this close and she goes, like literally looking me in my eyes this close and is like, "Where are you going? Open your eyes." But
with
she's
the
like
French
with the French accent, she's like, "Open your eyes. Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Bitch, like, oh my God, I'm sorry." But I was like, "Just move." Like I moved. I know for a fact I moved to the right.
Was she
because-
giving like fashion model?
Kind of. But
Okay.
the thing that was upsetting was that I specifically moved to the right because that's like how walking works on the sidewalk is you keep right.
Yeah.
And she specifically moved.
Are you sure she wasn't British or something?
No, I think, is that how they walk in France is also like keep left, like the opposite way?
I think you drive on the same side of the road in France.
I don't know. Whatever she did was the opposite of what you're supposed to do. So I was like, I know I moved the right way. And then instead of just like taking one easy step around me, she decided to like really get in my face and like try to like fight me. And then I was like,
I have actually had a very similar altercation with an English person before.
a British person?
Yeah,
Oh my-
where
in New York?
in New York, it was like some old guy where I literally walked to the right, obviously because that's
how
like
people
how
walk
people
here,
walk
like-
here, and I don't even remember what he said, but I remember he like literally was like mean as fuck and was like, "Where the fuck, like something, bitch?" And I was like, "What the
that
fuck?"
is
I literally
nuts.
moved over to the right so you could walk, and then I feel like he moved to the right and just like kept standing there, like.
yeah, that's what happened. It just did not make sense. I'm
Yeah.
getting like,
and I
so
feel like
worked
I
up.
have actually done the same thing in England, for example, and then I go like, "Oh my God, like I'm so sorry, like
Yeah.
I'm from on the wrong side of the road."
Yeah.
But instead they're just like
I'm like,
we're hella mean. And obviously this is just a couple, like not all people from Paris or England are gonna be like this.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy when people do have the audacity. Like it's
because I'm
crazy.
like, you're the tourist, and then you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be mean because I'm in New York, and I think that's what they do here. Or it's like
Yeah.
they bring their own like angst from like Paris, and they're like, I'm
Their
like, you
Paris
need to be nice here. Like people are not mean like that here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like
and then
actual New Yorkers are nicer than that.
Yeah, I'm like,
sometimes,
are you
no
d-
friends?
like I literally think people visit and they're like, oh, I'm gonna be a bitch because like that's how New Yorkers are. I'm like, no,
Well, I think also just some people are just like
Messed up
that.
in the
I think
head.
people are like that. Like
there's me.
even I could do that to a New Yorker though, and they will probably do the same thing. Like people everywhere are mean, so it's
I
just whatever.
got a horrible like feeling in my stomach when that girl did it to me because I was like,
Did you feel like you got racially profiled?
I mean, that's what I wonder because she did say, "Open your eyes," and I say, does that have a double meaning when you say that? Like, did you literally mean open my eyes? So I was thinking about that like the whole night.
That's crazy.
No, I know.
Generally, I feel like French people are actually nice.
I've heard from people that
I know they say
they're
French people are
not.
mean. Like it's just a culturally sometimes have slight emotional differences, but I feel like they are nice people.
I just think like, why are you using your energy in your day to be mean? Like, I was just so
Well,
confused
she's
by that
not
girl.
representative of all France, which is
I-
why
I
we need to
believe
go
that.
there so you can experience.
No,
France.
but if I go to France and somebody says like something similar to that and I hear it in the French accent again, I'm gonna be triggered and I'm gonna
well,
like
they'll just
start
say it
crying.
in French so you can't understand, so it's fine.
That's maybe worse. Actually, no, that's definitely better. But I don't know.
I'll understand and I'll just be like,
I'm exaggerating also.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating. I would love to go to France one day. I was just so upset by that girl because I was like, the taxi driver was so nice. And I was like, oh, people are just like so friendly. Like maybe that guy was not being creepy. He was just like actually giving me a nice compliment so I could be going around my day feeling happy.
Yeah.
And immediately I get
You just
shot
got
down so
reality
hard.
checked.
I was like, okay, life is crazy.
If you're from France listening to this, leave a nice comment and make Amber feel better about France.
And I'm sorry.
Say we don't claim her. We don't claim that
girl.
lady.
And I'm sorry for like shading her specifically because she was French. It was just, I don't know.
Well, I think it's actually kind of more of like when you get shaded in an accent, it's kind of like, okay, but that kind of was more of a slay.
No, it wasn't
actually,
a slay.
It wasn't a slay?
I would have, no.
It
Because
wasn't like a get out of my way, bitch.
I was just like, no, it was just like she was mean and she was blonde. And I was like, oh my God.
And
And she told me to open my
triggered.
eyes. I just felt bad for many reasons.
Yeah, that does suck.
And then I had dinner and I felt sick the whole time. But it's okay. No, I was like the whole night thinking like I should have said like stay to the right. Like I'm keeping to the right like I'm supposed to. Like you should. But it's okay. I would never do
it's
that.
like, then you're going to be saying a whole bunch of stuff.
No, and
It's so
I would
stupid.
never have the balls to continue a conversation with someone like that or like
Yeah, like obviously they're
defend
crazy.
myself. Like no,
Yeah.
I'm just walking away. Guys, be nice on the street. And also, if you visit New York, don't try to like push people on the street either and be like, I'm gonna do the New Yorker thing and like
I'm
shove
gonna
people. It's
walk
like
a
no,
New Yorker.
nobody does that.
Yeah.
Don't do that, please. God.
That's so awkward.
Sorry to just
It is
really-
crazy when people get mad that like you step in the same direction because like you both are stepping
I'm like, you're
in the
also,
wrong directions.
Yeah, I'm like, you're blocking me just as much as I'm
You
blocking
should
you.
be like this, like
Yeah. No,
That's so
literally.
funny.
Oh my God. She had the vibe that she was like 1 second away from like spitting on me. That was like how
That's
crazy.
gross.
I was like,
That's
not-
gross.
Like she was like that type of mad. I was
Yeah.
like, girl, you need to relax. It's like just,
she's just projecting from her own life. It's okay.
this is very weird.
It's okay, girl.
Ah.
Well, I'm sorry that you experienced that.
No, the duality of man. Getting called gorgeous and then getting told to open my eyes. Wow. Life is a movie.
Like you have a beautiful smile. Open up them teeth and open up them
Them
eyes.
literally.
Yeah.
Show me them teeth and them eyes.
Yeah. You should have been like you just like stared at her like
No, but I'm like, she says open my eyes, be like, just to open them so hard, and
you just be like
stare at her.
hella weird.
Yeah. Oh, I should have just like creeped her out, like
Yeah.
did something like
You
so
should've been,
weird,
like really weird.
like start like slithering away or something.
like grab walk away.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Anyways,
Well, I'm really sorry you experienced that.
no, it's
Did
okay.
you not tell me so that you could tell me on the podcast?
I didn't tell you because I didn't want to like recount it in my head again. Like I
Or
didn't
like
want to
making
think
me
about it
feel
again.
upset or something?
Because I was like, if I tell this story again, I'm gonna get upset, which is happening. I'm like getting so pissed right now,
Yeah.
and my face is all red. But it's okay. It's just life.
it's okay.
I just have to think about the cab driver that thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah,
It
the
makes it
people
feel
are
better.
crazy. Like one of my friends got called a bad word kind of recently.
What happened?
She got called the
The
C
C word,
and
the
not-
Asian slur.
the Asian one,
Oh my God.
not cunt, because that could be perhaps a compliment.
Yeah, these days that's a compliment.
These days, that's a compliment.
the
However,
other C word is not
not a compliment.
Didn't you say it was like a pizza worker called her it?
Yeah,
Like so casually?
actually, we'll say what pizza shop it was. It was at Scar's Pizza in New York City.
You need to check your workers' Scars Pizza. What the hell is
and
that?
I don't know who it was. Some man there said that, and that's fucked up. And the other employees just like, oh, I'm sorry about him. I'm like, actually, no.
Actually do something about
Actually,
that.
that's fucked up. And I wasn't there, but if I was, this would be me over the counter. Like that.
Literally.
Yeah. And I had their pizza and it wasn't even good.
Their pizza is not good.
No offense.
Oh my God. Can you believe their pizza is not good and they say crazy shit? What is up with that?
That is crazy. And oh my God, that reminds me, like, I was in the Hamptons. Were you there? I don't know if you came with us, but we went to a cafe
I think you told me.
in
I
the
was
Hamptons.
there, yeah.
I don't know if
But
I said this
didn't
on the
hear it.
podcast, but literally, we're all in the cafe, and one of the workers is like, move down the line, and like goes to me and Andrew like this, and goes like
I think you told us on the
really
podcast.
like so. I think I did maybe tell you on the
Yeah.
podcast, but that was when I was like,
Is that
was that like Why y'all gotta be
oh my
wild and like that?
Why do people have to be like that? Like, why do you have to use your energy to just be like mean? I'm like, that's not
Yeah.
gonna make you feel better. That's not making anyone feel better. It's not making any of these situations easier.
Yeah.
And then I just feel sick every time I think of like those times.
Actually makes me feel ill.
Yeah. No, actually, when I got called all that crazy stuff by the French girl, the way I grounded myself was just knowing Ashley's told me many stories where people have like done similar stuff to her, like random people on the street.
Yeah, like when they dumped water on me and Kelly.
Yeah.
That actually, like, I low-key got hate crimed.
Yeah. I'm like,
But it also was, like, 16-year-old teenage boys.
but like, come on.
So it's like, was it a prank or, like, I don't know.
Like, they're just being
like,
kids. Like, what? I don't know.
they're old enough to know better.
They are old enough.
But,
and
like,
no, I was like, this probably doesn't even compare to Ashley's like easiest story that she's had.
wait,
I don't know.
No, I don't
Maybe
even
not.
feel like I have that bad of stories. Except for, like I said, when we got dumped water on ourselves.
Yeah. I just think this is the experience of living in a bustling city that has lots of different people in it.
Yeah.
Why can't we all just be one?
Okay, well, I feel like we were
Anyways.
talking about so much crazy stuff. What if we refocus back in?
Okay.
And we talk about
Our favorites of the
our
week.
favorites of the week.
Let's
Yes.
go. Do you have any?
Okay, my favorite, this is really random. I just think it's funny. See how Amber and I are wearing overalls right now?
Yes.
My favorite thing is that I'm wearing sticky boobs
Oh.
on both my...
the
I
nipple
was
pads?
wearing nipple pads on both my boobs. And then Amber was like, you need to give me one of yours because only one of our boobs is visible.
Exposed?
So I'm literally only wearing one on this side and Amber's wearing the other one on the other side. I'm like, okay, you're really gonna make me like take one off of my right boob and give it to you?
That's sisterhood, bro.
And that is sisterhood.
I am, yeah. Thank
So,
you. Because
you're
I couldn't
welcome.
find mine. I lost them.
Yeah, they're kind of easy to lose.
Dang.
But that is also one of my
Sisterhood.
favorites. Our sticky boobs are,
Oh,
I almost
thank
left you hanging there. I just gave her nuts. But yeah, sticky boobs are such a hack when it comes to wearing tank tops of any kind or backless shirts of any kind. So
true.
I recommend, I actually really love the ones that they just sell it in Walgreens or CVS. Those ones are actually great. Right now I'm wearing the ones that I get constantly recommended on TikTok Shop. Do you get them also?
Yeah.
They're called cakes.
Yeah, and I'm wearing it for the first time. It's pretty fire.
Yeah, it's pretty fire. But sometimes they I feel like they get kind of like slippery, sweaty a little bit more easily. And because they don't have like a sticky back, they also don't get as dirty as like the other ones pick up dust and get disgusting. And I will wear it for like 1 million times, even after it looks like a piece of trash that literally
Yeah.
fell on the floor. So that's kind of nice that they don't get as dirty, but then I feel like they might slip off a little easier. But it's not bad. But it's not bad.
But yeah, we wear those like every day now.
Yeah,
Before these
constantly-
existed, what were we even doing?
Probably wearing like the worst strapless bra of all time.
So fucked up.
So effed up. So
Dang.
love a sticky boob. What about you, girl?
Favorite of the week. Wait, you say your favorite thing about yourself. I have to think.
Okay, and then my favorite thing about myself is that I had the willpower to conquer backpacking. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but throughout the entire backpacking trip, I was coughing like an unstoppable amount. Like I was constantly having coughing attacks where I was like, I actually felt really bad for his family because they're probably like, oh my God, this is so annoying. But actually everyone was like, no, it's totally fine. Like, don't worry about it. But I was like, I literally felt like such a burden because I was coughing so much. And I was like, a bear is literally going to eat me because I sound like I'm a dying deer. And I was like literally taking cough medicine. I was taking, what's it called? Like so many cough drops, like just trying anything to get myself to stop coughing. And it was so crazy because I just could not stop coughing. And also, I think it's because going backpacking did not help my voice at all because we went up in elevation and Mammoth is so dry. Like so dry that like by the time I came back, like all of my skin is peeling because it was so dry.
Okay, weird.
And it severely affected my throat. However, I am home and I'm happy to be back in humid New York. So yeah.
Period.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
My favorites of the week. I'm just loving our apartment right now. I think something about how the like earth is aligned with like the sun
Yes.
is the sun's really hitting our apartment very beautifully these days.
And it's a little more clean.
Yeah, and we cleaned up because we had like our parents and some of our cousins and aunts and uncle visit. So we went ham picking it up for them.
Yes.
And so it's looking especially good right now. Loving that. And then my favorite thing about myself is that I am good at being social. I don't know. I think we just went to a couple things today, like Levi's event.
Shout
which
out
is
Levi's. We got our overalls from Levi's.
Yeah.
Shout out our girl
Kristen. Thank
for hooking us up with these overalls so that we could wear them on the podcast. Levi's.
Yes.
We love you.
We love them. So yeah, we went to the Levi's event and then a couple other
That's
things
also
today.
a favorite is our overalls.
Yeah, true
Like,
that.
are we just
actually.
not even going to mention our overalls? Like, wow.
Yeah, we are wearing these overalls from Levi's. Shout out. And at those events, we were talking it up, and I feel like I haven't really talked to like new people or like some of our
Like,
old
we need to make
people
new
again.
friends.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's been a while since I've like been out and about and not just talking to like my family and like my usual little circle. So it's nice to feel refreshed and meeting new people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a journey. What am I saying? What the hell?
It's been a journey.
It's been an interesting couple of days, interesting couple of weeks. Thank you guys for joining us again. I'm so happy that Ashley is back on the podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
And I pray I do not lose my voice again.
Period. I believe that is it. Thanks for watching. We love you all. And beautiful twin sisters, out.
Beautiful twin sisters.
Sisters.